Let's talk about the weather monitor overlay. As the name suggests, it does something with the weather, and it's right. It tracks the weather and track conditions on the track. It has many different modules. We're gonna show you all the different settings this has. So at the end of the video, you will have a very good idea what you can do with this. So let's just start with an overview. So this overlay is a modular overlay, which means that it has many different modules, and it's up to you how many you turn on and what you use when you turn it on. As you can see, in the default configuration, it has 4 modules: the track temperature, the track wetness, precipitation, and the wind module. Now, what I would like to do is not to go through these, but just turn all of the modules off and leave only one in place. Let's just quickly do that, so we can go through it one by one very quickly. So we have track temperature, we have air temperature, and a little side note here: if you want Fahrenheit as a temperature metric, you can do that very easily. Just go to the settings in Racelab, and you should see a setting of imperial or metric. So if I quickly go back, you should see that we have the Fahrenheit value of it. Okay, so let me just quickly change it back. And as we were talking about the air temperature, yes. So let's go to the next one: humidity. No comments on that. Precipitation, how intense the rain is on the track. The fog level. Track wetness. Now this is a little bit interesting. On the left side, it shows you how dry the track is. So if the bar is completely on the left side, it means the track is dry. If the bar is completely on the right side, it means the track is 100% wet. Let's go to the next one. Wind speed is something very obvious as well. The same side note here: if you want to see a different speed unit, you can just change it to the imperial metric system, and you will see mph. The next one is the wind direction. Now this is a module that needs a little bit of an explanation. The wind direction has 3 different modes. The first one is where you have the compass, so the north, south, east, and west, just in a fixed position. So this is not going to move, it's always staying where it is. North is always pointing up. And the only thing that will change is the wind. We have a fixed compass, so just remember that. And then we have a dynamic mode, which, as you can see, doesn't have a fixed compass. The compass itself moves. So why does it move? It moves because you and your car, as you go around the track, your car rotates. And the rotation is going to be synced with the compass, giving you a very clear indication of where the wind is blowing from. And as you can see here, you understand it immediately where the wind is going. And in the previous version, with the fixed version, you don't really know where north is when you're going around the track. So it can give you a little bit of a headache, unless you are a professional race car driver and know exactly where north is around the track. Now, the dynamic is kind of a more easier way to understand where the wind is going. And the next one is the car-centered one. It's exactly the same as the dynamic, but it looks a little bit different. It gives you an indication of which part of the car is affected by the wind. Now, it's really up to your preference. Let me show you again the dynamic mode. You see, the dynamic mode is just one single arrow for the wind direction, and the car-centered is also putting in perspective your car and the wind. That's basically it. So I'm going to show you now a quick video about how this looks on the track. As you can see, the wind direction is coming from the north, and as we go around the track, this compass is rotating with us. note that the wind didn't change, your car did. So that means, obviously that means that the wind is now coming from a different angle. Okay, so I think that was a very useful video to show. Let me show you another one where we compare all of these three modes so you can see what the difference is. So now we are again on the straight. You see three different variations of this module. So let's just wait until we go through this turn, and as you can see, the fixed one really doesn't really change anything, while the bottom two pointing exactly the same direction with a different style. So yeah, that's basically it. I hope this was a useful video for the weather monitor overlay. So let me just quickly reset the settings to get to the original overlay. Let us know what you think. If you have any suggestions, you are welcome. We have a Discord channel. You can also leave your suggestion there. And let's see you guys later.